said here, there are things that have been bothering them. If we did not go for this meeting, we would not have known. And so, calling for this meeting, I've been able to solve a lot of problems. I believe that by the time Mr. President gives the approval of the secretaries, which I know, knowing him very well, he will hurriedly do it for you. I know that we'll now work out how the form of empowerment, how it will go. Also, with the development of FCT. And that is what we're interested in. And so I thank you all for coming.
Earlier in his remarks, the chairman, Abuja Municipal Area Council, Christopher Maikalangu, also called on his people around his area council to become, as he will join hands with the minister to ensure peace, while the chairman, National Youth Council of Nigeria, FCT branch, Suleiman Ango, also thanked the FCT minister for engagements and revealed the needs of the questioned the minister to make provisions respectively.
These arrears and accumulated grievances can only be solved through a constructive engagement and interface. We in the government are ready, devoted, available, committed and dedicated to resolve the problems.
Number one, the youth need empowerment. We want to have an emerging young entrepreneurs in the nearest future. We want a situation where we can independently.
FCT administration has pleaded with the residents of Kuje in Kuje Area Council to bear with the ongoing road construction process, as it has disrupted their day-to-day business, thereby causing delays to the success of what brings food to the table. Wike stated this while carrying out an inspection on the 11-kilometer and the 5-kilometer emergency asphalt carriageway running through Kuje town, appealing to the residents who...
Maybe so. Yes, sir! But you see, why we are fighting, why would they fight that against hunger? As government, we will make sure to say we provide basic infrastructure. Basic infrastructure, when we say if you want to go farm, road day to go farm. Yes, if you want to go market, road day to go market. Yes, if you want send your children to go school, the schools they in good condition. Yes, sir. While we are tackling that of hunger. And I don't try to say anything when you go walk up. Me as you see me here, I don't go put my hand. Yes, sir. I have me well for Nigeria. This one they talk, something will spoil for so many years. It not be miracle where you will say, well, overnight.
English added that while hope was lost before, the present administration has brought back hope to the people, adding that the government was taking measures to at least provide basic infrastructure to the people, assuring that the projects inspected will be completed before the end of the year.
The indigenous and the residents were there. We must protect FCT. Yes, sir. Even the problem goes anywhere, you're not supposed to be FCT. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because now here, all of us stay. So, and I appeal, say, those of us are waiting for mine. They will go do something we don't good. Say, I want to go do, follow people, we don't know where they go. When the team don't get help, you don't get 10. Look, I withdraw. Give us time. You see, government don't come before. Nobody talk of this program. Yes, sir. When we come here, we tell us we will do it. And the things in our politics with the place. Now we let it do it. Since they give that airport to Kuti, nobody give them to. I know that time. But they don't do it, not so. The day one come here, where the talk say, no could do it. I said, okay, no worry. We could do it. Today, it will go on.
Yes, sir.
This is how they work together. because they're for the interest of everybody, not the interest of one party. But that is why we are working hard to see we need hope agenda of this president. Say it come out very, very well. So we're going to support us
100%.
to make sure say
100%.
if we do this road now to Babulada, you go see how the whole place go.
Yeah.
And on to other stories, President Bola Tinubu assigned the 70,000 Naira national minimum wage bill into law, ending months of deliberations between government authorities, labor unions, and the private sector. He signed it at the State House in Abuja on Monday, days after the National Assembly had passed the bill. A National Assembly delegation led by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and some members of the House of Representatives were around to witness the groundbreaking event. Honorable Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mahman, has directed the Vice Chancellors of all Nigerian universities to ensure that the security and safety of staff and students. This was made known in a statement signed by the Acting Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, Chris Mayaki, on Monday. And according to the statement, students are mandated to remain on campus and focus on their academic pursuits so as to avoid exposure to any potential danger during the planned protests. The statement noted that the federal government is not aware of the right of any Nigerian to peaceful protest, but is concerned about the safety of staff, students, and university property should there be any protest action. Consequently, the Honorable Minister has directed that the Vice Chancellors of all Nigerian universities should take proactive steps to ensure the security and safety of the university community, including staff and students. The statement added that the Vice Chancellors are to please issue specific statements to assure staff and students of their safety. It is also advisable that the students remain on campus to please accept the renewed assurances of my highest considerations and best wishes. Federal government is planning to have a standardized website for all government institutions for easier access, security, and virtual identity. The Minister of Communications, Innovations and Digital Economy, Dr. Tijani Bosun, stated this at the 6th development in government meetings held yesterday in Abuja. Bosun said that the country was in need of standardized websites for all government institutions. One of the biggest things that Nigerians complain about is the Nigerian government and the fact that it is not easy for them to access information on government service because the websites are not similar in nature, because if you look from one ministry to another, the websites look totally different. But with this program, we are harmonizing the design, so collectively we are working together to come up with standardized websites of what government websites should look like. And as we do this, it's important we carry all government information technology experts along, because they are the ones who are going to implement it, he explained. He also noted that although the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, has a guideline for it already, the ministry will work with the agency and interpret it in clear terms. The minister further explained that the government's standardized websites will help citizens to interact more and boost their trust in government activities. According to him, the report of the standardized websites for government agencies and institutions will be presented to the Federal Executive Council for adoption. The Executive Commissioner, National Data Protection Commission, Dr. Vincent Olatunji, advised the committee to make sure that they work on the new template. As they work on the new template, they should endeavor to consider individual data protection and cybersecurity. As you know, personal data and cybersecurity are major components of anything you do. I urge you to make personal data protection and cybersecurity a major aspect of all you will do, he said. Development in government is an initiative of the Ministry of Communications, Information and Digital Economy, which brings together tech professionals in government so they can chart the way forward for the nation technologically. The tech professionals meet every month to discuss the nation's technological advancements. Nigerian Communications Commission has ordered the reconnection of all MTN lines affected by the mass disconnection over NIN SIM linkage. ATN learned that many telecom subscribers and consumers were unable to access their phone lines over the weekend because of the inability of many telecom consumers to verify their national identification numbers with their subscriber identification models, SIMs. This meant that their numbers were blocked by their telecom service providers in keeping with the laws and policies of the NIN SIM linkage. ATN recalls that the compulsory linkage of NIN with the SIM, which began in December 2020, when the government directed telecommunications companies to bar unregistered SIM cards and SIMs that were not linked to NIN. Since December 2023, the Commission has reviewed the deadline a few times. In 2024, April 15th was set as the deadline for full network barring of subscribers with 4 or fewer SIMs that had unverified NIN details. This deadline was then reviewed to July 31st, 2024 to give consumers more time to ensure their submitted NIN details are properly verified. Despite the extensions, many phone lines remain unlinked with verified NINs. The objective of this exercise by the federal government of Nigeria include enhancing national security and ensuring the national SIM ownership database is accurate. The NIN SIM linkage policy aids in verifying and protecting users' identities while also providing a critical infrastructure that assures access to benefits of a robust digital economy for citizenry. President Bola Tinubu has directed the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited to sell crude oil to Dangote Refinery